Hello and welcome to the Sexy Senior Citizen, the podcast where we talk about everything that has to do with exploring our later life, time later on, later in our lives. I am basically testing this equipment and I want to see if it is working well. So you just hang on in there. Let me see if I can get my guests to join me. It's in a studio. Is there one person in there? All right, who is on right now? Allow sound. Allow. Okay, okay. Picture in picture mode closed. Maintain for the phone first. Okay. Shoot. I'm doing picture in picture. Mic, FaceTime, speaker, video, picture, split screen. Oh, man. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, you see me? How do you see me? I don't see you. Can you hear me? Where's the other person? Add participant. Share a link. Copy link. Something in the chat. Okay. Hmm. Where is the chat? Oh dear. Never gonna learn how to do this. You are doing the chat, and yes, I hear you. Oh. So you see my frustration here? It's recording in the meantime. I see that there are two people in. Yes, I see you. Okay. Text something else. Text if I'm wearing one or two necklaces. 2. Okay, so this is only for people to see me and chat, but I cannot see the guests. Okay. So, okay. Layout, script, share. I don't have a presentation. Okay, let me know how this script sounds on here. Welcome to the Sexy Senior Citizen, the podcast where aging is celebrated, confidence is contagious, and living your best life has no expiration date. Hi, I'm your host, Delcina West, author of The Sexy Senior Citizen, How to Stay Sleek, Sexy, and Strong as You Age. This is your space for inspiration, empowerment, and real talk about staying vibrant, stylish, and strong on the inside and on the out. From fitness and wellness to mindset and self care, we'll explore the secrets of aging with grace, confidence, and a whole lot of fun. So, whether you are redefining your golden years or just getting started on your journey of feeling fabulous, you're in the right place. Let's embrace this chapter together because sexy has no age limit. Ready to shine? Let's get started. And end. Okay, Jennifer was supposed to be on at 1:30. She says she's still at the groomers, and so this is why I can't count on her to be on time. Let's see if I can invite you to be on my screen at the same time. Hold on a second. Uh, how do I do that? Invite people to join you for a recording session. Join you for a recorded session. All right, so I'm going to invite you to be a recorded session. I copied the link. I'm putting it in your, this is a different link to be a guest, not an audience member. See how that goes. Mm. Meanwhile, let me see if I'm getting this out on real life right now. Spice Girl. Hey, there he is.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. West. I'm so glad you joined us.
I had to leave and then re-enter and approve turning the mic on, turning the camera on, turning notifications on, accept that, and then it brought me in.
Okay, now I can see us on Facebook, but I don't think this is live, even though it says live.
Correct. You had already said that it it records it, but it doesn't show it.
Yeah, I hope that's how it is. All right, so if you are a guest on our show, The Sexy Senior Citizen, which you are a guest on your show, what do you think it means to be a sexy senior citizen?
Um, I think it's somebody who dresses well, has a good appearance, um, that's in shape. About it.
Okay. And is that something we should wait until we're old to finally determine, or is that something that we can
No,
start in the early years?
I mean you can it's both ways. But the earlier you start, the better it's going to be in the long run. But it's never too late to start.
That is true. It is never too late to start. Muscles have an amazing ability to re-engage and get active if you just put them to the test. What do you think, though, is one of the reasons that people in their 30s or 20s don't put too much attention to their health and fitness? I mean, we in the United States have an epidemic of obesity, right? And we have everything
Hmm.
available to us. We have gyms everywhere, Planet Fitnesses out the yin yang, Crunch Fitness everywhere. There's tons of information on the internet. There is every kind of pre prepared meal plan you can find. What is it, do you think? I have some theories, but I want to hear what you think.
I think it's just not. What do you want to word you want to use? It doesn't appeal to them. They don't want to put in that work. They don't think the return in investment is worth it.
Yeah. And I think people look at working out, like back in the day, right? Let's say, I don't know, 50s or 60s, you didn't really have to go to a gym to stay fit. We were more active, maybe 30,
Hmm.
20. We were more active. And our portion sizes were smaller. And I think we were better at moderation. Most people ate from home, right? Fast food wasn't that big of a deal, and people kind of
I
stayed.
think that's it too. You had to work for you. You had to wait.
You had to be patient. You had to wait. I mean, I remember the dinner time is I eat what my mom makes, and that's it. If I don't like it, I don't eat.
Yep.
And it wasn't about going to get fast food or pre-prepared food everywhere that you went. And as we know, with fast food or pre-prepared food, even if you go to a restaurant and you're not careful, everything is made with extra butter, extra oil, extra preservatives, all those kind of things. And people just don't pay attention.
Well, I think the that Subway back in the day with Gerald, when it was, I think they did the skit Super Size Me, and it did like what, a 30-day journal, or a 30-day following of him supersizing everything every day, and that was only in 30 days. And it took him months to undo what he did in 30 days.
Hmm. Yeah, our food is a big part, but so is our
We
physical
don't make good
fitness.
choices.
It's
We're not
choice.
making good choices. Yeah.
Yeah,
You want the gratification without the work, I mean, we're just addicted to sugar, butter, sugar. The better it tastes, the more we want it.
yeah, but I mean, we eat a lot of good tasting food, and it's not but we put highly processed and all that, but we put in the work every night when we cook dinner.
Yeah, and also your taste buds get desensitized over time. I mean, the first time if you haven't drank a carbonated drink like Coke or Pepsi, the first sip, it's almost like you're drinking acid. I mean, the first sip is you're like, whoa, reminds you of like Pop Rocks back in the day. Just everything starts popping in your mouth and your throat burns, and you're like, what the heck was that? But then by the time you get to the third sip, you're like, ooh, this is good.
Yeah,
But the initial, very first taste,
it,
it hits you.
yeah,
But we're just desensitized with all this processed food, fat. I mean, it's we're just, you know, dulling our senses over time. And now when you taste something that's not processed, that's not oversalted, that's not sugary, you're like, this don't taste good at all.
yeah. Our taste buds are definitely not working effectively,
They're
but I guess
saturated.
we don't think of the the future benefits of being healthier when we're younger, even though that's the exact time that we need to think about it. Kind of like investment or retirement savings.
Hmm.
A lot of people don't really save for retirement. I mean, luckily we have our military retirement and you have a nice 401k that you set up, but there are a lot of Americans who don't have anything. And so if you have the privilege of living long enough and then you haven't put anything away in the bank, and what's going to happen when you get to that point? It's kind of like your health. If you haven't exercising now and eating regular better now, it's like putting away health in the bank. So
Well,
as you get older,
Oprah Winfrey did a little skit.
huh?
Do you remember that? Do you remember the skit Oprah Winfrey did
Which
with
one?
the little kids and the cookies?
Oh, about waiting and patience. Yeah, there was kind of redone with the marshmallows.
Yep.
And
You can
tell
have
us
one
about.
cookie now, or you can wait and you can have three cookies. And nobody wanted to wait. You could have three times as much later versus you could have it now. And all of them failed. I want it now. And then once they're done with that one cookie, there's not, you don't have two more waiting like you would have if you would have waited.
Yeah,
And it's like that with finances. We spend everything we got now not planning for the future. We want to eat the way we want to eat now, not planning for the future.
yeah. And that's that quick throwaway lifestyle that Americans are so used to. We're used to so much abundance and used to so much of everything being around all the time that we're not prepared. And I mean, I'm still saying it for myself too. We're not prepared for the lean time. Now, probably like the parents of those who went through well, not the recession, but the Great Depression, those people learned how to save and, um, recycle and put something away because they had experienced times of want. But in today's age, I mean, you can literally put a $20 thing on Klarna and pay $5 a month to get that thing instead of, well, if I don't have $20, well, I can't get it. You can put everything on payment to make it seem like you have so much, but then once you're paying off all these little bills here, there, and there, you have nothing.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
We're in a trap.
Yeah, we're in a trap. So, what advice would you give young men who, they see you all the time, call you the summer Santa Claus or buff Santa or what's another name? Superman. I call you Superman. You got the tattoo to show it.
Well, I didn't wake up like this. It's just slowly over time. You diet, you eat, you sleep, you train. It's it's a long game,
How do you
just
make
like
it?
with your finances. Hmm.
How do you make it fun? How do you make it something that you want to do?
Um, it it's kind of like working. And a lot of people don't have fun jobs, but they go to work every day because they want the benefit of having a paycheck. They want to be able to, you know, buy some things extra because you work for it. It's the same with your physique. I don't necessarily have fun when I go to the gym, but I want the reward of what the gym brings when I'm done. I want the reward of getting paid when I'm done and being able to buy something maybe a little extra.
Hmm.
It's the reward at the end pushes you through the now.
Yes. So you have to have a strong reason for it, a strong why. Because as the saying goes, if you have a strong why, you can endure any how. So if your reasoning is strong enough, like I want to be healthier, I want to be around for my grandkids, I want to feel strong and not weak. I don't want to be, I want to be able to travel the world when I'm retired. And you have to have
Hmm.
a strong, that has to be a strong impulse for you to say, okay, if I want to have this thing, then I must do this other thing on this other side.
Yep.
And, but there's so many of us who don't. I see so many people going through life stages like me who have said over and over, oh, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight. And then I see them at this stage and they're nowhere near that goal, not even really putting in the effort. And, these are people who are geniuses and intelligent and professional. Why can't we apply? Because you have to apply that type of mentality to anything we do. I mean, you can't go to
Hmm.
school and not study. You can't go to work and hide in the closet. You can't, raise your children and leave them in the front yard overnight. I mean, these are the same types of things we have to do. We have to do the thing to get the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're really not committed to the goal. They say it verbally to try to help them cope with the result, but they don't want to go through the steps.
Yeah.
I mean, look at every year. We're in November tomorrow, and January the gyms will be packed for a month,
Hmm.
and that's it. And that's it. Then 98% of them are gonna weed out and not go anymore.
Yeah.
They just see it as a waste of time. They say it's more important for me to do this than to go to the gym. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, just like I hear you say. We all have the same amount of time. It's what you do with that time.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose I've learned also that people do not use, people don't set out a long term plan. Most people set out a 30-day plan, 60-day plan, 90 days maybe, and and unrealistically realizing that it took them years to get into this perhaps unfit shape. And so
Hmm.
they do a lot of unrealistic things that just don't last. Over and over and over, it just doesn't last. People who do the 75 hard, yeah, that's great. I don't know if you've heard of the 75 hard, the 75 days, and you're supposed to read a book and write this and do cardio and work out and I mean everything the hardest possible in 75 days. And then some people accomplish it, few of them do, and then when they do, it's like, oh, this is over. Let me just go back to doing whatever I was doing. Instead of adapting the thought process that this is a lifestyle change, if their life depended on eating healthy because they were going to die if they didn't, then they might understand, well, I have to change my lifestyle if I want to
Yeah.
live. And so
Yep.
do it slowly so you adapt and you learn the skills to adapt and change your surroundings and to make it easier. I mean, even though I'm 60 and I don't like to work out in the gym like I used to, but I try to do things to make it easier. So I set my workout clothes on my bike in my closet. I can't get any closer to cardio than that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at people in the military. We were, you were in for 26, I was in for 21 and a half. How many people are on the overweight program and are told your military career is going to be over if you don't change? 9 out of 10 people didn't change. It doesn't even make sense to me. I mean, what other what else has to happen? You are not going to have a paycheck unless you do something. And then they wait till 90 days, 30 days,
30
and
days.
then want to go to a personal
30
trainer and
days.
say, hey,
How do you
I
do
need to lose 40 pounds. You should have thought of that a year ago. I
that?
mean, they ask for unrealistic goals.
Yeah,
You
unrealistic.
know,
That's
yeah,
true.
they don't come up there and say, hey, I'm getting a 2-year college education and I got 30 days to do it. That don't
Yes,
happen.
think about that. That's a perfect analogy. Yes, absolutely. No matter how hard you try to squeeze it in, you just can't squeeze it in over the long term. You won't
Yeah.
learn anything. And that's what I try to
Nope.
teach people, to make smart goals and to then give them the skills necessary to achieve those goals over a period of time.
Hmm.
It's, it's very true. Plus, I like wearing sexy clothes too, so I like to stay fit. I mean, that was out of the context, but I mean, I did write
No,
straight.
but that again is a a motivating factor. That's a
Yes.
motivating factor. Losing your job should be a motivating factor.
Yeah, but
Having better health should be a motivating factor. Being able to sleep well should be a motivating factor. There's a whole bunch of motivating factors, but people, for some reason, which is, you know, different people have different reasons, they they don't want to commit to it. And that's a decision they make. They say, well, you can be A, B, or C, depending on what you choose. So it's all in their control.
oh yeah.
They can come up there and say, give you all the lip service in the world. Oh, I don't like having being this heavy. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that. Hey, pass me that cake. You know, it,
But people
it's
like to go with the all or none philosophy though, and that's somewhere
yeah,
they fail a lot.
yeah,
It's not like you don't have to have the cake or you don't have to do an hour. It's if people could learn to, take baby steps. Like when you haven't worked out like, maybe for a month or so. You don't run back in the gym and start back lifting at the last heaviest weight you were lifting at.
nope, no, because I know I'm going to hurt myself, and then I'm going to be out even longer.
Mm,
So you have to take it gradually, slow, build back up to it. I mean, if you're out for a month, it's going to take me 3 months to get back to where I was. It's, and then people get discouraged because, oh, I'm not, you know,
yeah, but they
you
have to look
don't want
at
to
the
look
process.
at
All
that.
you look at is that day, mostly that hour, that day, that
Yeah,
week.
it just takes consistency. You have to
Or
have the consistency.
yeah, we're looking like way beyond. It's like you can't do anything about it. You may not even make it 3 months to live 3 months from now. So all you can do is what you can do today. And if today all you can do is 5 minutes of exercise, then you do 5 minutes of exercise. But you don't just say, I'm not gonna
I'm
do
not
anything.
doing any.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not gonna do anything. If you had a bad meal for breakfast and lunch, you don't just say, well, I'm just gonna blow it again for dinner. If you notice it, then you can make a change for dinner. And it just
Yeah.
starts with those little bitty moves on a regular basis that get you to that point.
I mean, just when you tell people, write down what you've eaten for a week. The first day, maybe. By the time they get to the third day, they have one meal down and say, you only ate one meal all day? Well, what do you mean, well? They can't even do it for a week. And that's just writing stuff down that you eat. I'm not
Hmm.
even asking you to go to the gym.
Yeah.
You can't even
Sometimes
write down
tell
what you
people,
eat.
take a picture, send it to me.
That's too much trouble. Okay, well, then I guess being overweight isn't that much trouble for you because
Mm,
you want to be there.
yeah. Yeah, it's
I,
true.
I you know I don't get it, but and again, excuses.
It can be frustrating. Yeah. But as a coach, I try to help people to find their deeper why and see that with a smart, determined goal, that they can achieve it if they're willing to take baby steps. If they're
Yeah.
willing to take
And
baby
that's what
steps
it takes, baby steps.
for the long
Hmm.
haul, you can
Yep.
absolutely reach any goal you want to. I mean, Ernestine Walker, she started in her 50s with working out. Now, she's really gone all out and everything, but anybody at any time in their lifestyle can improve their lifestyle. They can improve their health markers. They can improve their brain function. They can improve the degree of pain that they're having on a daily basis. Our human bodies are incredible, incredible machines that have the
Hmm.
capability of any kind of change. As long as we can control this one organ, our brain, to make the decision to do it.
Yep.
Well, Steph, this has been fun. We've been on here for about 30 minutes. Thank you for joining me and helping me work out these new apparatus and technological advances. And I appreciate your wise words of wisdom, Mr. 62 almost.
January 18th, 62.
62. Still got a barrel chest and some guns to go with it. Show the people your guns. Woo! Yes.
Got to carry all those toys around,
Got to carry what?
all those toys around for Christmas.
Yes, 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 definitely. All right, then. Well, have a good afternoon. Time for me to go get my high protein lunch.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.